Hi, welcome to Whitey. I got a show. I'm Whitey, and I'm going to. I've done this before, but I need to clean my room, and I've gotten started a bit. And whilst I do that, I'm gonna grab this whole mess of video game stuff I got lying on the floor, and I'm gonna get that cleaned up because that's not right, by Jesus. So while doing that, I'm just gonna create a stack of Super Nintendo games right here that are eventually gonna go over there. But I'm gonna go through what I own and just show you what I got. So right here is Super Street Fighter Turbo. This is a lot of fun if you are under the age of even more, 30, 40 years old. Never heard of Street Fighter. You're at a loss. Like, your world isn't as bright as it could be. It's a lot of fun. A lot of dynamic characters, backgrounds, moves. I always play as Guile. And the one thing I desperately need to do is get online and learn all his moves because I never have. One way to do that is simply plug in a second controller to your Super Nintendo. Pick a character for you're basically you got both characters instead of playing the computer, and one character just sits there and you put the up, down, right, left, and you figure out what buttons do what. I need to do that, but I'm lazy. A combination of busy and lazy. I have slept for like 30 hours in the last 2 days or some kind of craziness. The good news is I feel recharged as shit in a way I haven't in a long time. Sleep is great, especially you get good blocks of it. Downside is I haven't done crap. And I had a lot of stuff I wanted to get to this weekend. So hold on one second. Yeah. All right. Let's plug back in. Okay, so since I'm all slept up and recharged, I'm going to, like I said, get some cleaning done. But this is a really cool game. Street Fighter Turbo. I've got a few gameplays on my channel for that. But that was before I set up OBS on it. So I'll get into that later. So it's not as good as quality. I got to get some stuff up ASAP. I haven't played this. Hole-in-one golf. Just wish. Oh, what I could wish I could wish. But for $5, I gotta get playing on this. Not a huge golf guy, but I can. I've never played golf, but I could go play golf on a video game and learn something about it. This game is barely worth having. I don't even know what it's called. NFL football. Just a very generic football game, and unfortunately, it's like one of my favorite years. It's very Madden-esque. You're behind center. It's not like Tecmo where you see things from the side. You're behind center, but they just have, I think, like jersey numbers, not even the players' names. I'm pretty sure they got NFL teams. I'm going to have to play it again. I'll do a playthrough. But this I tried to play a while back. Wings. It's a World War II fighter game, but it's quite in-depth, and you've got the inverted nature of it. So pressing up, down, pushes the nose down. Pressing back pulls you up. And then I think right is left and left is right. And there's a mission, pretty typical flying game beyond that. But I was just last time I played this, I was like, I had just too much going on. Bills, taxes, job. The boss is pissed. Why did I fuck that up? And so it takes time to like find your zen and play that game. I haven't done that yet, but it's coming. Tasmania. I played this the other day. I played this several months ago, over the summer, I'm pretty sure. And I thought it was a racing game. It looked like a racing game. And so here you are as Taz running down the street, and then a semi comes at you, and you have to Taz out of it. And then a bunch of characters, Bugs Bunny types, are in a car, and you got to dodge the car. And if you go too far off the road, you can't go anywhere. You can't go too far left and right. There's a few things like you run into a street sign, you go splat, and it's got a timer. I'm like, I got to get to the finish line. I got to hurry up, Test. And you press the X button, you do spinnies, and I'm like, I gotta hurry up. I got to get there. And there's a couple birds floating around, a pink bird, a blue bird, and a red bird. And you're like, oh, do I eat them? And I eat them, and I'm like, you don't seem to have accomplished anything. And the yellow bird would run by you, and you're like, what am I supposed to do in this game? About 17 months later or something, And I played it for half an hour. I went and looked it up online, and you're supposed to eat those yellow birds that keep running past me. And I was just like, I am a big dumb mammal. So I played this the other day. You can find it on What a White Guy Show. And I did about 3 stages. And you got 3 yellow birds. You got to find them and you catch them. And as they run past you, and then you got to run back and grab that son of a bitch and eat them. And then once you eat the 3rd bird, the 4th bird, the 5th bird. And so you get a little bit of time, but you got to catch more birds. And then the stage becomes a little more dynamic. And I was just like, so probably a fun game for someone who's still in elementary school. I'll try to play it later more. Tecmo Super Bowl. Bam. These games are awesome. There's a Tecmo Bowl in that. Careful. Easy. Careful. And there's somewhere in the Nintendo games for NES, the regular Nintendo. Not the Super one. And that was very simplistic. Tecmo was just like, how do you spell football again? This was a nice upgrade. So a lot of things that were very rudimentary there, just 4 plays, 9 players on the field instead of 11, I think it was. A kickoff takes 30 seconds to time to kick. Like 1 play is a minute and a half or something. A big step in the right direction. A lot of things they got right here. But still fairly rudimentary. And there was a Tecmo Super Bowl 2, which is over here somewhere, and Tecmo 3, which is right there. Wait, what's this? Oh, it's Tecmo Super Bowl 3. Let me go find 2. Hello? I'm not going to find that in 10 seconds. I'll come back to that, but those are a lot of fun games. If you're a football guy, these are great football games to play. At one point, for example, in Tecmo 1 that I just showed you, you can't, there's no way to avoid getting tackled. Like if you're trying to not fumble the ball and not get hurt, there's no way to just like flop to the ground. They put that in Tecmo Super Bowl 2. You hit the Y button, you just flop down. Stuff like that. Fair catches at one point. A fair catch, you just wave the ball and you catch the ball and they can't tackle you. Stuff like that. It got better as it went. The background, the visuals, the stuff. And then like in the first one, there's no weather. In the second and third one, you have snow, you have rain. Just a lot of fun. Fun games to play. I did a video on this recently. This is Brunswick World Tournament Champions, which I was shocked to find out came in 1997. It's a bowling game. It's fun. It's addictive. I hate it. I have played it way more than a lot of seemingly better games. But it's one of those things. You get a strike, you get a strike, you get a spare, and then you get that 9, and you don't pick up the spare, and you're like, so. You end up coming back, and it's just like the same reason real life bowling keeps pulling you back in. It keeps pulling me back in, and I don't even like it that much. But as bowling goes, it's fun. It's fun. You can slide the bowler to the left and to the right, and then there's an arrow, and so you need to line up the angle to where you want to hit those pins. Then you press A. There's a power bar. And then you press A again, and there's a spin bar that determines how much power and how much spin you want to put on the ball. And then there's a lot of different tournaments, and there's the size of the ball, there's the type of ball, there's the type of wax. So it's surprisingly in depth, but aesthetically looks like it came out in '92, which it's just odd. I thought, but it's a fun game. So again, this is Brunswick World Tournament Champions. I shouldn't acknowledge how much I've even played that, but it's a lot of fun. This is a game I need to get back into. This is NBA Live 1996. Of course, there's no Jordan Michael. You screwed a generation out of some fun we wanted to have. Basketball, very simple. It's at a weird angle, but I need to play it on this. Because the last time I played it, I think I played it when it was just in like Power Director and it was a very small screen. Hard to play a game like this. There's 5 players running around up and down the court. And I didn't have a great time with it, but when I come back and revisit it, I know I will. It looks like it's a lot of fun for a basketball game. And contrary to that, or opposite on the other side of the coin of that, is NBA Jam. So where that game has 5 players on each team, and it's very much traditional basketball, including the players' names, jersey numbers, all that stuff. This is NBA Jam, which was a classic. High speed, a lot of fun, but it's more like 21. It's like street ball. You just get 2 players at a time, and the guys can jump up the air and spin through the air and slam dunk the ball, and the net catches on fire, and all kinds of crazy happens. It's not very realistic at all, but it's just fun. It's a fun game to play. And then just when you're like, man, I'm going to hit this game-winning shot, and you brick, and then the other team throws it from like the other all the way across the court and hits it 3-0 with the bottom net, and you lose by a point. You're like, so fun as hell, frustrating as hell. Madden Football, like that other football game I pointed out, this was too early on for me. It's Madden. It's a classic series, but this was Madden when it was still wearing diapers and it wasn't that well developed on. I'll cover that later. I will get to that. Top Gear, I played just this the other day, and by God, does that look cool. If you can it's hard to make it out because it's a bit beat up, but that car looks cool, and you think, man, can't wait to play this game. I didn't like it, but it's something you got to fool around with for a while and get a feel for it. I still have hope for Top Gear. It's the most frustrating game that exists. Alien 3. Ooh, I need to get it figured out because it looks like it's a lot of fun. It's Ripley walking out the weapon she had in Aliens, the second movie, and you're I get like 5 minutes in, I'm like, I gotta figure it out. I need to be in a place. I need to find my zen. When you were 10 and 12 years old and you had nothing going, there was so much time for this stuff. Not when you got a full-time job in Texas. The game looks like once I get it figured out, it's going to be fun. But I haven't got there yet. Haven't touched this, and I should. American Gladiators. That's all I can say about it. I haven't touched it, and I should. It is what you think it is, if you're familiar with American Gladiators and all. I got to hurry this up along because I got to go potty. Mortal Kombat. It is what it is. Mortal Kombat, the classic fighting game. If you don't know, look it up. I gotta get more videos up on that. Earthworm Jim 2, like $35. Earthworm Jim. Go take out a student loan. Like, very expensive game. This is a lot of fun. I've only gotten so far into it, but it's a lot of fun to play. Super Basic Loaded. I put up a video about this. It's for kids. This is elementary school kids. Middle school kids might even not even want to play this. But it's a fun gameplay. Very simple, very fun. I clobbered the other team. I had a blast. Jurassic Park. A lot of fun. First game I'm familiar with that had a bird's eye view. You're on top of everything looking down, and you're Dr. Grant, and you got bazookas and shotguns, and you're shooting up the dinosaurs, and you go from building to building. You got to find a key, like a slide in, like a key card key that gets you into this building, and they go to the other side of the map to do the thing. And it's got one huge game flaw: no means to save. This takes hours and hours and hours and hours to play, even when you have a map. Even if you're sitting there online on your laptop here and you're playing a game here and you've got a map telling you exactly where to go, it takes a long time to play this game. There's a lot of terrain to cover. When you don't have a map, you need a few days. And so me and my buddy AJ, way back, I think we were like freshmen in high school or something, played this for hours and hours and hours with our pizzas and our sodas. We're going to get this. We got right towards the end. We like two raptor eggs out of the 30-something you need. We're about to get to the thing. You get out. You go through all this hullabaloo to get to the helicopter to get off the island. About to do that, and the game froze on us. It's just like, boo, because it'd been running too long. We made this face in the 90s. If you looked at kids in the 90s, you saw this. Because of these damn games. Killer Instinct, I've done a few videos on this. This is a lot of fun. Like Guile on Street Fighter. Very much in the vein of Street Fighter, but just a lot more dynamic, a lot quicker, a lot of combo moves. Did some videos on that. Check them out. I keep coming unplugged, and that's got to stop. All right. Haven't played this yet. Super Slam Dunk. I got to get in there and figure out that's about a basketball game. There she is. Star Fox, classic, a lot of fun. This is actually doesn't have the thing in it, and it's sitting over there. The interior of the game, the green thing, the motherboard, I guess. I either got to get this fixed and put that back in there, or I just slide it into the Sans cartridge. Star Fox, classic. Oh my god, a lot of fun. Put Killer Instinct to Jurassic Park up here. What happened? Oh, my Super Nintendo. They're down there. Tecmo. This is the aforementioned Tecmo Super Bowl 2, the best football game ever made in the 90s. I couldn't compare it to like a Madden, what's going on now, but for the time, this was awesome. This was fantastic. So I've got 1, 2, and 3 sitting right here that I covet. You know, this is more important to me than the Bible. Come on now. All right, so this is Rise of the Robots. I've popped this in, played it for 2 minutes, and haven't gone past that point. I don't remember what it's about. I imagine it involves robots. Oh, golly, this is a mess. What is that, headphones? Oh, jeepers. Get some. How you doing? Good to see you again. It's been some time. Off-road, a frustrating driving game. You're in a all-terrain vehicle, I suppose, and you're racing. And I haven't played a whole lot. I got to Man 95 too simplistic and frustrating because it's my favorite year of Chicago Bears football, and they don't even have the names on there. I got to play that again. Football game. Monday Night Football, very early 90s, very rudiment game. Kind of fun, but you're not going to play this too long. You hit the B button, and the guy's running like this. Jump, 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 jump. And the faster you hit the B button, jump, 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 the faster he goes. And then he gets hit, and he goes flying back. And it's dumb. It's fun to pop in every once in a while and play for an hour, half an hour maybe, play a game. It's too simplistic. Even for the era, it was kind of a flawed concept. There's some fun elements to it. There's some cool looking visuals, but it's all not a game. Legends of the Ring is a boxing game, kind of classic. I love the music on this game, but the fighting is just punch a guy loud. Not a whole lot going on. But you can build up your fighter, improve your fighter. You win a bout, you get points. I've never gotten too in depth in that, except for way back in the me and my buddy Joe played that for hours on end, like 1994 or 1993 even. This is Frank Thomas's Big Hurt Baseball. Me and buddy Joe, aforementioned Joe, played this way back in the day. Baseball game. This is early mid-90s baseball. We used to play as the White Sox. I had to think about that for a second. The baseball game, King Griffey Jr. Haven't played either of these in a long time. But the baseball games it is was Black Bass fishing game. Now I never fished. Not much of a fisherman. I got to get back on there. And just for giggles and poopers, which put that into the lexicon. Here she is. Oh, hi, honey. Oh my God. I'm not married, and this is so much better. So that's what it is. It's my Super Nintendo collection, unless there's more hidden under there, which is entirely plausible. I got a mess to clean up. But without knocking neither of my sodas nor my games over, there's the stack. All right. I like that. I got a room to clean. It's been nice talking to you folks. If you're new here, welcome. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Why the White Guy Show. It's got a controversial title. I understand. But that's what we do. Video games. Got some Nintendo 64. I was going to pop this in earlier. Got to get on that. Oh my God. I got some homework to do here. But that's what we do. Video games, retro video games, movie reviews. Got some PC games review. I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.